Okay, we're with Dennis Lawrence here, a mover man. We finally get him for the Mover Love magazine. Dennis, I understand that you're coach of the Trinidad and Tobago team now.
It's
How is that
been
going?
very good so far. I'm really pleased with the group of local players that I've got. They've come in and they've committed to the ideas and the things that I would want to do. They've applied themselves in a very respectful and a very professional manner. I've come back here and my aim is to try and improve Trinidad and Tobago football. I understand 100% that we've got a campaign to qualify for Russia. So the idea is to try and give our best and see if we can qualify for Russia. But on that, I want to try and improve Trinidad and Tobago football.
Do you ever aspired to be or see yourself being coach of the Trinidad team?
I always tend to kind of take my career in stride. I've always just thought, look, if I give my best in whatever I'm doing, and I have aspirations to be successful in something, that something always arose. And while I was playing, a number of different coaches and managers always said to me that I've got the ability and they think that I'm going to become a coach. I didn't really believe it at the time, but I then finished playing and I embarked into my coaching license. I went on to do my B license, etc. I think I gained a lot of knowledge. The opportunity came about this time and I just felt it would have been right for me to do it, and that's basically how it went from there.
From Coconut Drive, are you?
Coconut Drive Mover is my home, that's my heart. That's where I was born, where I was grew. My family background is from there. And one of the biggest things for me was that I think we had the idea in Trinidad and Tobago that from the time you mentioned the word mover, the only thing is association with is bad things, drugs and guns and killings and things like that. And the idea of me being in the position now I'm in now, the position I was in before, it was valuable for the people, not just mover, but mover is my home, but Trinidad to understand that if this boy from Coconut Drive Mover can achieve the things he's achieved to date, then it is possible for us. And I wasn't born in any other part of the country, and I was born in Mover, so I'm very proud of my background. I'm very proud of my parents who brought me up the right way. I'm very honoured because my dad was actually a Grenadian and he came over to Trinidad under a fig leaf.
I didn't know that.
Way back, and a lot of people don't know these things. And my dad wasn't the most wealthy guy, but the one thing he did is he looked after his family and made sure that he provided food for us. He made sure that he grew his children up in the right way. And I'm very, very proud of the way that he did it, together with the support of my mom. So Mover is, I said I went to the hockey team the other day and I was speaking to them and I explained to them that when I grew up that my neighbor 5 doors down or 20 doors down was allowed to punish me if I did something wrong, because that's how I grew up in the community. Development, part of your success is to be disciplined as a human being, and if you can be disciplined as a human being, then anything is possible. So I'm extremely proud of being from Mover.
Yeah, the discipline, now that you're talking about the discipline side, watching you on the field, even around the Bahrain time, and again, maybe we could just recap a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the gentleman that scored the winning goal for Trinidad and Tobago to go to World Cup Germany in 2006. What was that like? How did it ever wear off? They don't change the stats, but in terms of when did the bubble burst? Is it contract-wise or?
No. I think because you got to remember I was in the UK playing before we qualified for Bahrain, so I think the whole Bahrain thing is something that is history. It would never ever remove from what Trinidad and Tobago has done in terms of a footballing point of view. I think it was a proud day for the nation. I think the way that the country turned out to unite to celebrate something as successful as that, I think it was fantastic, and I would love to be able to repeat it again. What I'm saying to these players now, because there's always history and there's history again and there's another history to come. So what I want for these players, the Trinidad and Tobago nation must see a bunch of players wanting to do well for Trinidad and Tobago football. It was very interesting. I had a good conversation with, I think he calls himself Maximus Prime now. So I wanted to congratulate on all he's done and achieved over the carnival period, and I spoke to him and he actually inspired me. And he inspired me from the point that you're talking about a guy who's in another field from football, and the way he sees the football uniting the country, his passion for it, I thought it was absolutely extraordinary, and it inspired me again to know that look, there's people out there who understands and sees the vision and wants to achieve the same thing that I would want to achieve, because of course the most important thing, football is part of it. For me, it's beyond football. It's about trying to recover a nation now that we've got our troubles at the moment. But I think if we pull together as a country and unite as one, I think we can achieve great things. So football has a key part to play in this, and I would like to hope that everybody would understand that this is more than football. This is about trying to recover a beautiful nation as Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, and breaking it down now, in the passion of the young players, because as I say, the discipline has to come from.
But look, the end of the day is we want to win football matches. But before we can start thinking about winning the football, we need to find a way how we're going to win the football matches. And that's what we're doing with the boys and them. We're trying to give them direction. We're giving them a way that we want to work. They're trying to take on board the way that my staff and I have put together how we would like to play the game. And they've took everything on board, and they've come so far with the sessions we've got, and they've given everything so far.
You just reveal how close your staff is, because talking about making them good people, I remember a year or so ago I interviewed Charles, and that's exactly what he said. So I could see the synergy and the togetherness coming there, and making them good people, and hopefully you build that family thing like you guys had.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The people that I'm working with, I've got utmost respect for them, because these people have accomplished things that probably I haven't accomplished for so many things they've accomplished.
As far as coaching?
I've got, well, I mean, as human beings,
okay, all right.
I'm always on the human element, because I think the human side of these are people I've known for years. And Soul is probably the only one I've only known for just under 2 years, and I met Soul when I was doing my courses, and instantly I like what the guy was about. He's a winner. He's somebody that is going to come and enhance this group, and I think we need to use that to our advantage. But come no two ways about it. March the 24th, we want to try and win the game. We want to try and be successful.
Opponent is
Panama. So
home.
That's we're home. So we're home to Panama. We're home on Mexico. But the only thing we can do is think about getting a result against Panama. And then when we move from Panama, we go to Mexico. To be able to do that, we need to try and unite, as you said, together, come together as a staff, be a family, be together fighting for one. And I think so far the boys I know have done that.
And you feel confident going into the 24th that you can put it together?
Yeah, I'm 100% confident that the boys for the ones who I'm going to bring in from abroad, but the ones that are going to be here from the group that I've had, I think we're going to make sure that we're on the pitch and we're going to give everything we got.
Okay, then it's thank you. And I wish you all the luck. Coaching, there's no guarantee in the coaching profession, but I wish you all the luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Aldwyn McGill, Star Soccer Review magazine. Based on the run of play and taking the lead in the first half, how you merit your first half contribution of your players to the second half?
Yeah, as I said to them at halftime, now obviously Panama is going to try and throw things at us. What I said to them is we're going to have to be patient in our defending. Don't get frustrated if they start getting a bit to the goal. Let's keep our organisation, which they did, because we understood that we're playing against opposition. We're playing against good opposition as well. So there comes a moment in the game the opposition is going to have the ball, they're going to be threatening. We need to be composed, we need to be calm in our defending. We know exactly what we're going to do. I tried to bring Hector on after to try and see if I can tighten up the midfield a bit, because I thought the two boys in the middle, which was Kevin and Kalim, it was a bit too much for them to spread across the pitch, so I brought Hector on to try and make it less work for them, which he did really, really well. So I think the first half and the second half is understandable.
As a player going into the coaching, the anticipation before the game, what's the anxiety level? How did you manage?
I was quite nervous, because I think in any situation, even when I played as a player, if you don't have nerves before a game, then you're not ready. So there was nerves, and I was a bit excited about it. I think the long day didn't help, but I was well prepared, because I believe in the boys, I believe in the work that we did as a staff, and I think they were well prepared. But the nerves to get to the game, I think that was the bigger one. But look, we've done it now. We just need to start moving on straight away. To the players tonight is we need to start recovering. Recovery is the key from now. For the next 2 days, we need to recover, because we need to be back up to be able to give 100% again. In terms of the work, the preparation in Mexico, myself, the staff, and the analysis, we go through the Mexico clip, we get reports from the scout, we look at it and we prepare the game as best as we can. But the main thing for the players at the moment is the recovery.
Okay, gentlemen, thanks for being here. Coach Lawrence, thank you for being with us. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Thank you very much.